okay. Well, how to be okay is you gotta take care of yourself, right? I talked about being able to show up for yourself previously, and I talked about showing yourself respect previously and stuff like that. So it's kind of overall the same concept, but it's a little bit different because, of course, it's always about respecting yourself, but it's like, how do you respect yourself? I don't think I really dive deep into that uh, part. How do you become somebody who you yourself can respect? And I think you do that through constant practice. Constant, it's a practice. It's a work. It's like everything else in life. It is a work. It's gonna take time. It might not be the easiest thing all the time, but it's the most necessary thing. Is to be able to show up for yourself and be able to take care of yourself. Okay, well, how do you show up for other people? How do you show your respect to other people? Well, to answer respect part, you show up. That's a simple way of showing your respect for people. So start doing that for yourself, right? Showing up whenever you make plans with other people is how you be able to build that connection and that relationship with other people, right? So then you apply that same logic to yourself. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna plan a nice little date for myself, right? I'd be doing that sometimes where like I'm like, man, I need to go outside. I need. What if I just go walk to the gas station or ride my bike to the gas station, put on some music, and get like a bag of like chips or something, or gummy bears or a protein shake, or even just get like a drink, like a Gatorade or something, and then I just go out, sit somewhere peaceful, whether it's by the side of the road on a rock, or just by a lake somewhere near me, or at a park, um, and just relax. You know, that is like a little date for myself, and I by me like thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well, this would be nice. I think I'd enjoy this, and I show up for myself. It's like, if you were to make plans to do all of those things with somebody else, like if I was to make that plan of like going to the park and all this stuff with somebody else, and I didn't show up, how do you think they would feel about me? They'd be like, wow, he doesn't show up. I can't trust him. He set me up. Blah blah blah. So imagine how you feel whenever you don't do the things that you've been planning to do. And I think we kind of give ourselves more leeway as we are ourselves, and sometimes we tend to probably move towards the easier path. You know, no doubt about it. We always want to move towards the easier path. So we kind of give ourselves more leeway, but it doesn't change the fact that sometimes we get impatient with ourselves and with the goals that we didn't achieve yet due to our laziness, and then therefore we get impatient with ourselves and with the character that we try to be. Because sometimes like I'm gonna be this kind of man with these kinds of habits, and then if I don't do them in time, if it's been years, New Year's resolution after New Year's resolution, and I still didn't show up for myself, of course I'm gonna get tired of myself. Like, how come I didn't show up for myself all those times, right? So show up for yourself. Plan those days. I think it's important. Like for me, I split my day into thirds. It's mainly like I try to keep like this idea of the three rule. All good things in life, three. You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know. So for me, it's same routine in the sense of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, different times of the day. The first the first moment of my day, I choose not to eat breakfast because I feel like it's better for my like health overall, and I just drink a tea instead. I drink a tea or I get some water and I go sit outside and I just relax. No phone, nothing. That's me time, you know. And so then from that point till like I get up, then that's my I gotta take action. That's the middle part of my day when my energy feels the highest and most productive. And then the last part is like, okay, my energy's starting to go down. So this usually happens after I go to the gym. When I come back from the gym, it's more like, okay, I'm gonna plan for the next few days, or I'm gonna plan for tomorrow. Uh, that's the set routine that I follow because it gives me more respect for myself. You know, so find a routine and stick with it. But I know that that's harder than it sounds. I can't just be like, Oh yeah, you know what you need to do. Of course, you already know what you need to do. If you want to get fit, you know what you need to do. Go to the gym, eat right, blah blah blah. Avoid junk food, blah blah blah. Right? You know what you need to do. Now, how do you actually commit to it? Well, like I said, at some point, it's gonna be practice and failure to show up for yourself to the point where you're gonna get tired of yourself. And like I said earlier, how do you avoid pain? Is you just let it happen. You start getting used to it. Uh, not start. You won't ever get used to the pain. It's always gonna hurt. That's what makes it so painful. That's why it's called pain. But what what I'm trying to say is that you gotta be able to just endure it and know that no matter what happens, that you will come out on top. And that's kind of like the sense of confidence that you need to be able to have in yourself, is that no matter what, I know I'm gonna make it out of this alive, and that's gonna be okay. It gets, like I said, it gets to a point for everybody in life where you're like, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like going to the gym. Like I said, resolution after resolution after resolution, and you always end up failing at one point or another. Either you're just gonna give up and just stomp on that dream and just never tried it again, or you're gonna be like, man, I've given up so many times. I'm never gonna let this happen again. And then you start taking it seriously. You start showing up for yourself. But it all just starts from that, like, pain that hits you. It hits you right in the chest, and you're like, man, what kind of person am I, to not do the things that I said I'm gonna do? Um, you can try to distract yourself. Usually, that's what happens. Is you try to distract yourself with like social media or other forms of distractions. That's me coming from my experience in the sense that I'm human, and of course I'm gonna be trying to distract myself from taking the harder path. So I think my piece of advice: make it hard for yourself to be distracted. Maybe delete social media. Maybe it's a reset off social media. I know there's apps online that I saw that, like, if your excuse is, oh well, like, I want to see my friends as reels, this is how I get in contact with my friends and keep our connection going, then there's an app out there I saw that's like, it blocks off doom scrolling. Like, you can't like go to that part. You don't really see anything. You just see the messages from your friends on Instagram, and then you just are able to watch the reels that they send you. But besides that, you can't really watch anything else. So there's no real excuse for you to not be able to avoid all distractions. Um, if your distraction is like an addiction or something, maybe it's drugs or something, or maybe addiction to sugar or something. And if it's bothering you, if you actually are using it as straight up addiction and not like a reward system, like, I got my own reward systems of, like, if I go out this long time for staying locked in, staying focused, I want to stop saying staying locked in. Like, it's being overused. Anyway, if I'm able to be focused for a certain amount of time, then I'll reward myself with a cookie. Boom. So give yourself a certain amount of time to get the job and the things that you want to do done, and be able to reward yourself. And I think that's where the real confidence and the self-respect starts being built. I'll leave you guys with this quote that I found. It's this quote from Alex Hermosi, and it's that confidence is really just having a stack of undeniable proof that you say that you are what you say. You are who you say you are. I'll say it again. Confidence is just a stack of undeniable proof that you are exactly who you say you are. So that's how you build that confidence. That's how you, uh, especially that's how you build that self-respect. Because you can't be confident in somebody that you don't respect. Um, you can't believe in somebody that you don't respect. So I don't want to make this video too long, but thank you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with something else. I'll actually think about it, and I'll try to record it earlier so that way my mind isn't just tired and just saying shit. So